This is day 76. And one of the things that Michael Beckwith said in our meditation retreat was he says that the ego is merely unexamined perceptions, unexamined beliefs, unexamined thinkingness. And today, in my meditation, I want to tell you exactly what happened. I was in the front row seat, detached and observing my ego mind. And I was looking with tremendous attention at what it was that was troubling it and that it was consumed by. And it comes down to things like separation, competition, being right, identity, comparing, envy, jealousy, anger, righteousness. And it's just been a fascinating thing. I had an exchange yesterday, and I watched as the night unfolded. I watched how my ego mind held on to it and was really coming up with script after script after script of what I was going to say. Now, while it was doing that, I was simply choosing to observe it doing that, and I was choosing to just not do anything except be mindful that that was the ego's agenda, the ego's agenda, and that my agenda is to love and to try something different and to be the place where peace is. See, when it's 95 degrees, like my head is mush and all the words are just like ice cream. They're all melting together, so bear with me here. But my point is that I was observing the incredible detailed scripts that my ego was laying out for me, making a really good case that you should call this person back, and this is what we need to say, and how dare they, and this and that. And though there may be a time, though I'm not feeling that time anytime soon, that you have to quote-unquote speak your truth, it's really important not to use that idea as a cover-up to spewing anger or mean-spiritedness or any of those low vibrations, emotions that are in separation. You know, it's one thing to speak your truth and to be calm and peaceful and loving, and you're speaking about it from a slightly detached place, than it is to barrel down on somebody. I know that happens in the human experience, and I think that when it does, those of us who are, aware, have an awareness, have a capacity to self-reflect, it's good to apologize when you're able to see how you might have steamrolled over somebody. But I digress, because when I woke up this morning at 6:20, I kid you not, it was as if my mind was just waiting for me to open my eyes or to just come into consciousness. I don't even think I opened my eyes, and bam, there it all was again. And I was just like, wow, how, really? I actually told it to just go away and leave me alone. It just wouldn't stop. So I knew that when I got into my meditation that it was going to be there. And so the power of the meditation time is my opportunity to observe it without identifying with it, to observe it without feeling that that is the necessary path for me to take, to observe it and to understand that the ego mind that's presenting this to me is literally fighting for its life. And this is why it comes up with these methods and these scripts, because it's fighting for its life. It's fighting for its identity. It's fighting for its life. It's fighting to be right and all of these things. So in this wonderful book by Matt Kahn, Whatever Arises, love that, he talks about how to master relationships and how to bring love actively and with words to a situation where someone is clearly less than loving, whether they're in pain, whether they're not awake, whether they're angry, whatever it is, somebody is clearly in pain, angry, upset. how to respond with words that represent the presence of love. I'm so fascinated by this because I've done it the other way most of my life. And at this point in my life, I'm really tired of that. It doesn't work. It keeps me in the low vibration, which I have no interest in being there. Once you touch the high vibrations, it's like, I don't want to hang out in fighting. I don't want to be righteous. I don't want to strive to be right. I have nothing to prove, all of those things. So how can I look at this situation, stepping outside of the ego mind, because you have to, because of everything I just said and the filter it has, but how can I bring love to this? How can I have a greater understanding of compassion? How can I perhaps recognize that somebody's in pain, somebody's seeking to be seen, somebody's seeking to be brought into the fold, whatever all of those possibilities are, and how can I use the presence that is coming through me, that is using me as its vehicle? How can I allow it to emerge in my conversations, in my relationships, as love? And let me tell you something, it's a practice. It's a practice. It takes courage and really a bit of strength to let go of the story and to let go of the role that I've played in these intimate relationships and to really choose to be the place where love reveals itself. Because when you go there, there's no room for anything else. You can't have all of that and that. It can only be one or the other. And so it's a practice. And thank goodness I have people in my life that are giving me the opportunity to really master this because I want to. I don't want to do it the way that I've been doing it all these years. I have touched something much deeper, much broader, much wiser, much more profound, much more loving, much more real these last 76 days. That is what I'm about. You know, it's a goof that most of who we are, we can't see. It's a trip that most of what is real is in the invisible realm, that it's all energy, and it really can't be seen with the eye, as Michael Bethwick says. It can't be seen with the eye or heard with the ear. It has to be seen with the eye behind the eye, heard with the ear behind the ear. And how does that happen? Through meditation. So